Hey YouTube, this is a quick video to document my journey as I search for the perfect for me integrated amplifier. I do want to say right off the bat, so as to not waste anybody's time, there won't be any sound demos in this video. This is just a video with my thoughts and opinions, and those are very subjective thoughts and opinions. So if that doesn't interest you, like I said, I don't want to waste your time. Feel free to click away. So with that out of the way, I think I'm going to create these as a little mini series because I think each one of these devices deserves its own treatment. And I know for myself, I just do this for fun as a hobby. I don't consider myself a YouTuber per se, but I think each one of these devices, like I said, deserves its own treatment. And I could probably spend 30 plus minutes on just one device, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to kind of spit out the thoughts and feelings that come to my head as I'm sitting here, and I'm sure I'm going to miss something. So I hope those that are watching can get something meaningful out of this. With that out of the way, this video will primarily be focused on the Lingdorf, which is here on the far left. It's the Lingdorf TDAI-3400. I am comparing it to, down here at the bottom in the middle is a Gold Note IS-1000. That's the one with the standard DAC in it. Above that is my Ragnarok 2, which is sort of my reference for LS50 speakers. The Ragnarok 2 is connected to the silver box there, which is the PS Audio Direct Stream Junior. Above that is a Name Unity Nova, and at the bottom of that stack there on the far right is the PS Audio P3 power plant. And so the goals and objectives for me to make a decision on which super integrated to go with is it has to be a great match for the LS50s. I really am looking for a warm, rich tonality. That's important to me. I need to be able to sit here and do work here in my office and leave my music running for hours without feeling any fatigue, which I found to be kind of tough to strike that balance between detail but not getting fatigued with your listening is not an easy task. At least it hasn't been for me to find that right mix. The device needs to work really well with Roon, and I use Roon with Tidal. That's what I use for sort of critical listening and really enjoying my music. But I also like to use Spotify, and so the device needs to offer Spotify Connect. And the reason for that is I'll often turn Spotify Connect on just for my phone as I'm walking in and out of my office or any other room of the house. I like to have Spotify Connect capable devices around the house, and I'll just kick off some background music from my phone. And I really, really enjoy being able to reach into my pocket and hit those hardware keys on my phone and have that control the volume up and down. If I want to skip a track, I just whip my phone out, and on the lock screen we'll have the forward and reverse buttons. I'll just hit that and go to the next track. So that sort of has become important for me. Again, that's mainly just for background music. It's not for critical listening. But yeah, those are that's sort of my checklist, and my goal is to have just one device here in the middle. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do about my power solution yet. I do like how the PS Audio interacts with most of these devices. I didn't find it to be as important with the Lingdorf, which was kind of interesting to me, but it definitely, I can tell a difference when I use the PS Audio regenerator with the Gold Note as well as with the Ragnarok. I haven't spent enough time quite yet with the Unity to be able to determine if it benefits a lot from the power regenerator. But yeah, so getting back to the Lingdorf, I think this device it's a really great device. And I think for certain people out there, it is all that you would ever need. It does an amazing job with its room perfect solution, which is a room correction solution that Lingdorf has. It's the best room correction that I've tried thus far, and in my opinion. I've tried Dirac, I've tried Odyssey, I've tried, I think, Room EQ Wizard. The one I haven't tried yet is Anthem. I forget what their solution is called, but that is one that I do because of the Lingdorf and how great of an experience I've had in terms of the room correction. I'm now thinking very seriously about getting one of the new Anthem receivers, the 1140, for my home theater. And if I do, I'll try to post a video about that. But with that said, as great as the Lingdorf is, it's extremely reliable with both Roon and Spotify. The room correction is amazing. It's a really, really cool device, but even with all that coolness, I'm not keeping it. And the reason for that is I feel like the room correction, while it's hard for me to articulate, but it seems to perfect too much. It seems to remove some of the life and the essence from the music that I like to listen to. It seems to sanitize music to a certain degree. It's never offensive. It always sounds good. It never sounds bad. Not one time have I played a track through the Lingdorf and had that track sound bad. But it also seems to, the best thing I can say is it sanitizes the music a little bit too much for my liking. I did call, or I emailed Lingdorf to try to get some coaching on, is there something I might be doing wrong? And one of the questions I asked them was, is there the ability for me to only have it correct for frequencies below, say, 100 hertz? And the response was no. Their intention is that you run Room Perfect, you let it do its thing, and you listen to their music, which is admirable. I appreciate that they've gone to such great effort to engineer this amazing piece of technology. The one suggestion that they did make was to try out the different tunings, and they have. There's some of their standard tunings are like neutral, which is way too flat for my liking. There's bass 1, bass 2, music 1, music 2, movie. They have these different tunings, and each of those goes a long way in giving me back some of that life that I'm missing. They also have the ability you can create your own tuning, and you can adjust the bass and the treble, and I've done all of those things. But it even with all that tweaking, it still is not moving me emotionally. And that's, to me, what this is all about. This hobby is all about sitting down and listening to some music and having that music move you emotionally, for me. So I get that just about every time with the PS Audio Direct Stream Junior paired with the Ragnarok and the LS50s and the KEF KF92 sub. It gives me that almost every time. I'll talk about it more in another video, but the Gold Note, in terms of the sound quality that it produces, it does an amazing job as well of moving me emotionally. But the downfall of the Gold Note is it does not work well with Roon or Spotify. And I've been going back and forth with both Gold Note and the US distributor, and they are having a real hard time solving it, and it appears to be maybe an issue with recent firmware. But I've not been having fun trying to get that device up and running properly. But when I do, it sounds great. It sounds fantastic. And this is the one that just has the standard DAC in it. It doesn't even have the deluxe DAC. Really impressed with the Gold Note, but I don't know that I can recommend it right now with the technology issues that they seem to be having. Up here, like I said, it's a name, Unity Nova. To me, that's closer to the Gold Note in terms of the sound quality. I think they both have Burr Brown DACs in them, if I'm not mistaken. I think this one, the standard DAC, is like a PCM 1796, and I think the Nova uses a PCM 1791A, I think. Don't quote me on that. But very similar, or I shouldn't say very similar, but similar in the sound that they produce. But I think the Gold Note gives me more of that rich warm tonality that I'm searching for. It's just really pleasing to listen to, whereas the name is a little more forward to me. And that was something that I heard in a video that was produced by Audio Excellence Canada. I don't remember which name device they were talking about, but the guy Adrian, I think he's the owner, he talked about it. It's sort of pushing the music at him, and now I understand what that means. That the name is a fantastic device. I really like it. Again, I'll do another video talking more in detail about the name. Fantastic technology, but it's kind of getting close to the edge of competing with that goal that I said that I have of, or conflicting with that goal that I said I have of being able to listen for long periods of time with no fatigue. I feel like the name, because it's pushing the music at me a little bit more, over an hour or so, I start to get a little bit of that fatigue going on. So getting back to the Lingdorf, again, really great device. I think I'll just kind of summarize. Never offensive. It works exactly the way that I want it to in terms of the Roon integration, being able to control the volume within the Roon app. Another issue I'm having with the Gold Note, but not the Lingdorf. Works perfectly in the app. Spotify works perfectly. Tidal Connect works perfectly. I tried connecting it to my TV. I will say with television viewing, it does a good job, but I was having some issues with, sort of like the vocal, or not the vocal, voice intelligibility, being able to make out what people are saying. I was struggling a little bit with that, but it's not bad. I don't want to give anybody the impression that it was bad, because it's not. Really cool device. So I think those are all the thoughts and feelings that I wanted to get out. I will try my best to produce another video, put together another video about the Gold Note, and then the name Unity Nova, and hopefully let you guys know which one I end up going with in the end. Any questions? Feel free to ask in the comments section. I'll do my best to answer. Thanks. Bye.